Hi, boys and girls. Mrs. Sadowski here. Not sure why, but today, for some reason, my picture isn't showing up on your screen. And, well, I guess you're just going to have to miss my smiling face. So here we go. We're going to continue on with Love That Dog. Mr. Ford, Mrs. Jansen, and myself greatly enjoyed reading all of your poetry last week. And now we're excited to continue on. So first, we're going to go a little farther in the story. And then we're going to talk about some personification today. So here we go. Love That Dog, page 60. It's April 20th. Did you mail it? Did he answer yet? Do you guys remember what we're talking about here? Remember how Jack wrote that letter to Mr. Walter Dean Myers? He wants to make sure his teachers mailed it. He can't wait to find out the news. Do you guys think that this guy's going to answer? April 24th. Months? It might take months for Mr. Walter Dean Myers to answer my letter? If he answers it? I didn't know until you explained that the letter has to go to Mr. Walter Dean Myers' publisher company, and then someone at the publisher company has to sort all the mail, not just my letter, but hundreds and hundreds of letters to hundreds of authors. All that big mess of mail piled up, and someone sorting all that mail, and then the letters from Mr. Walter Dean Myers go to him. And maybe he's away. Maybe he's on vacation. Maybe he's sick. Maybe he's hiding in a room, writing poems. Maybe he's babysitting his children or his grandchildren, if he's married and stuff. Or maybe he has to go to the dentist or get that car fixed. Or maybe someone died. I really hope someone did not die. So, if you ask me, it could take him years to get around to answering that letter. So I guess we'd better just forget about it and not count on it. Get it out of our minds. Do something else. Forget it. Does Jack seem very hopeful that Mr. Walter Dean Myers will be able to answer his letter? Doesn't sound like it, does it? April 26th. Sometimes when you are trying not to think about something, it keeps popping back into your head. And you can't help it. You think about it, and think about it, and think about it, until your brain feels like a squashed pea. You guys ever notice that? You're not supposed to think of something, and yet you can't get it out of your head. All right, May 2nd. Yes, you can type up the thing about trying not to think about something, but you'd better leave my name off of it, because it was just words coming out of my head, and I wasn't paying too much attention to which words came out when. Uh-oh, he's back to that whole anonymous thing, huh? Although he was kind of just rambling. But did you notice back here on April 26th? He used a little bit of repetition. I don't know. It does kind of sound like a poem. Let's go a little bit farther. May 7th. Maybe you could show me how to use the computer, and then I could type up my own words. Wouldn't that be nice? May 8th. I didn't know about the spell checking thing inside the computer. It's like a miracle. A little brain in there. A little helper brain. You'll notice his simile, right? Spell check being compared to a little brain. But I am a slow typer person. Did you say there is a teacher typing thing in that computer too? Will it help me type better and faster? Tap, 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 tap. So my fingers can go as fast as my brain? Notice the word tap. He's repeating it, but it's also some onomatopoeia. Alrighty. Well, it looks like Jack's getting excited about getting to type up some of his own work and his own ideas instead of having to rely on the teacher to do it. So we'll see how that goes for him. We'll read a little bit more tomorrow. For today, I want to get us into some personification. So here we go. Personification. We've talked about this a little bit, but it was quite a long time ago, so you may not remember. The key part of personification is the word person. Okay, that's how I like to think of remembering personification. So in personification, you're giving human qualities, actions, feelings, thoughts to non-human objects. For example, the leaves danced in the wind. Dancing is something that humans do, not leaves. But when you are trying to be descriptive, you might say that they danced in the wind, and then people in their minds can kind of think of the leaves as twirling and dancing and moving together. Another example, the toys dreaded playtime at the daycare. Okay, the toys don't really have feelings, unless you're watching Toy Story, but we know that that's made up, right? So they're dreading playtime, okay? That's giving feelings. That's a human quality to something like a toy. So your task today, you actually have 2 pages you're going to work on. I know, crazy, right? This page and this page. But when you see how it goes, I think you'll be okay. So you're going to be dragging some rectangles to start. So it says drag the green rectangle to highlight the object that is being personified in each statement. Drag the purple rectangle to highlight the word or words that show the human quality that the object has been given. You'll have to change the size of the rectangles. Okay, the wilted flowers begged for water. Okay, we first need to see who's being personified, who's acting like a person. And so that's going to be our green box. So I'm going to take this over. And would you guys all agree it's the wilted flowers, right? These wilted flowers. Okay. Now, what is it that they're doing? Well, they're begging. And we know flowers can't beg. People beg. But if I put this purple rectangle right here, it covers up more than the word beg. But you see how there's this little blue part. I can just adjust that so that it covers begged. Okay? So that's all you're doing for this top part. You're going to identify the noun, the object that is being personified. What is acting, behaving, thinking like a person? That's going to be your green box. Your purple box will be your verb part. It's what is it that they're doing that's human-like. Okay, so that's the whole first page. On your second page, you're going to be moving these little purple ovals. So it says circle yes if the sentence is an example of personification. Circle no if the sentence is not an example. Okay, so again, to have personification, you have to have something acting like a person with their thoughts, their words, their action, something like that. So here we have the train waited patiently for the passengers to board. Is a train really going to wait patiently? Or do people wait patiently? Yeah, people wait patiently, not trains. So yes, this is an example of personification because we have a train acting like a person, right? Being patient is something that people do. The second one, Maria gathered the beautiful flowers in the morning light. Well, in the sentence, Maria is a person and she's doing a person thing. So if you've got a person doing a person thing, that is not personification. So that would be a no. Okay? So hopefully you see the difference there and you'll be able to do this successfully. Now, down at the bottom, this is the only part where you have to do a little bit of typing, but you're given some choices. Your job is to fill in the blank with the correct word to personify the sentence. So for example, the hot sun was shining down on us or glaring down at us. What is something a person would do? Would a person shine down on people or would a person glare down at people? Well, a person would glare. So in the box, you're going to type the word glaring. And of course, you should be spelling this correctly because it's spelled right here on the page. Okay? So for each sentence, there's 2 words to choose from. You are selecting the word that is something a person would do. Once you're all finished, turn it in. Good luck, boys and girls.